Hi guys, Alex Taylor down at Living Golf Academy, and today we're going to show you how to clear your hips correctly in the downswing. Right then, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button below, click on the notification bell. Let's make sure you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Let's stay in contact together. Let's get on with the video. Right then guys, so we're all very aware that once we get to the top of that backswing, what we're looking to do is we shift into our left with our pressure, and then we need to get that left hip turning out the way, so that as the hips unwind, then the torso, then the arms, then the club, we get really good sequence, which helps with accuracy and distance on shots. Now, the problem I see with a lot of golfers though is that even when they make a good movement in the backswing, they get to the top of the swing quite well, their first movement in the downswing is that the hips move too much laterally without turning out of the way. Now there can be a little physical issue with that, and a great way of just checking if you, from a normal stance, if you can rotate properly, is to literally just stand on your left foot, use your right toe as a bit of balance, hold the club shaft against your hips, and just try and turn your hips out of the way and see how far they can turn while that left foot is flat on the floor. Now what probably a lot of you will find is that if you can't turn 60 degrees with that foot flat on the floor, means that your left hip's a little bit tight. So as much as you might be trying to turn out the way, the first thing we're going to see is that we're going to see more of a slide towards the target. Now, a couple of issues that can create. The first one is as you slide towards the target, there's no room, so your body will move a little bit nearer the golf ball and you'll stand up. So if I hit a shot like that, so felt very out the toe, and if we look at the numbers from GC Quad there, we can see very toe strike, we can see the toe of the club much more down into the ground, and the reason that that shot has come out the toe is as I've moved nearer the golf ball, I've then stood up to create room, and that's moved the club a bit closer to me, and that's given me that toe strike. And with that shot I got a cut, but it's also very easy that as that happens, just to flash at it with the club face, so we've got right and left as a miss. So like I said, what we're looking for is as we start down, we're not looking to really try and move our weight a huge amount. We're looking from there to press down on our left foot, and like I said, then to feel that those hips move out and behind us. But if you were somebody that struggled with that amount of hip turn, what I want you to do is take your left foot from its normal position and just turn it out maybe another 10-15 degrees. Now the first thing that's going to do, it might restrict a little bit of the backswing, but what it's going to do is it's going to give you a little bit more range of motion with that left hip. So we'll do some practice swings first. Normal position with the left foot, just turn it out very slightly, and then I really want you to focus on just trying to turn that hip as far out of the way as possible. And all of a sudden there, even for me, I've got reasonable mobility in my hips, but it feels like I can get the hips a lot further out of the way. So again, left foot out. Good. But you also want to feel not just that the hips are turning, but that hip's moving back and away from the golf ball. That's going to then drag the arms down, create some room, and then help control the rotation of that club face through impact. So I've done a couple of practice drills. Let's get set up. Let's turn that left foot a little bit further towards the target, and off we go. And just for me there, felt so much more out of the way. Let's have a little look at the shot information from GC Quad. So we can see there the strike was much more out the middle. Actually swung a little bit more from the inside, so I got a bit more shape on that one. But we can see the lie angle of the club much closer to where I would want, and a lot easier for me to find the center of the club face. So guys, how to clear those hips in the downswing, a really key movement. And like I said at the start, you know, golf is a rotary sport. Yes, there's a little bit of obviously up and down movement from the swing, but the better we can rotate our bodies, the easier it is to swing the club in the correct direction. The easier it is then to control the rotation of the club face rather than having to do it just with our hands and arms, which should give us more consistency. But for a lot of guys, like I said, really struggle with that. And we see that slide towards the target and then maybe a bit of a back off and a flip through impact. So let's get that left foot turned out that little bit more and then try and get that left hip. Once we've pushed on the left foot, left hip out and behind me more quickly. Off we go. Absolutely perfect. So guys, I hope this is really going to help you clear your hips in your downswing. If you've enjoyed the video, like and share it. Comment below and I'll get back to as many people as possible. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.